I've never stood under spotlights or given TED Talks, because the kind of power I work with doesn't make noise. It's silent, stored waiting. Today, for the first time, I want to tell you my story, not for recognition, but for every person sitting quietly with a notebook, working on a problem no one else sees yet. This is my journey of building the future one electron at a time. I was born in 1967 in China, in a time of rebuilding, rethinking, reimagining. There was no roadmap, no Silicon Valley playbook, only questions, and among them, one stood out to me early on. What if energy could move without burning anything? I didn't grow up in wealth. I didn't come from a tech hub, but I had a mind that wanted to know why. Why do materials behave the way they do? Why do some cells degrade faster than others? Why do we accept pollution as a price for power? I studied physics and materials science, eventually earning a PhD in chemistry. Not the kind of chemistry you learn in a textbook, but the kind that gets under your skin. The kind that makes you lose sleep because you're trying to stabilize a lithium iron phosphate molecule at a slightly different temperature. I didn't want to be famous. I wanted to solve. I met Robin Zhang early in my career. Two minds obsessed with energy. Two men not satisfied with the status quo. In the late 1990s, we started working together on ATL, building lithium polymer batteries for consumer electronics, phones, laptops, tablets, devices that were getting smaller, but needed more power. We were relentless. We studied failure curves at 2 a.m. We ran thermal tests until cells exploded. We built our own battery management systems because nothing on the market could meet our standards. And while ATL became a silent force in consumer tech, our dreams were already reaching further. What if we could electrify everything? In 2011, we co-founded CATL, a new company, a new vision. While the world still worshipped oil, we bet on batteries. We bet that lithium could become the new fuel. And we bet that we could design cells not just to store power, but to shape the future. We were just a team of engineers, armed with lab coats, microscopes, and stubbornness. We didn't have brand recognition. We didn't have flashy investors, but we had the science. I focused on the deepest layers. Electrode chemistry, energy density, life cycle, behavior, nanostructure optimization. Others saw factories. I saw molecular architecture. Others sold performance. I studied degradation curves after 1,000 cycles because I believed only when you master the smallest particles can you transform the biggest systems. We began supplying batteries to Chinese EV startups. Then, two giants like BMW, Tesla, Volkswagen, and soon, we weren't just participants, we were leaders. CATL became the largest EV battery maker in the world. Not because we shouted louder, but because we listened better. To data, to materials, to failure, and we never stopped learning. Even as CATL grew, I stayed in the lab. While others gave interviews, I studied the next horizon. Sodium-ion chemistry, solid-state architectures, battery recycling pathways. Because this isn't a moment, this is a movement. A movement where transportation becomes clean, where solar power is stored for night, where homes run on silence. I've always believed the best engineering is invisible. The best energy is quiet. And the best people are the ones who stay focused long after the cameras are gone. So, who am I? I am Huang Shilin, co-founder and former vice chairman of a battery scientist, a man who believed that chemistry could change the course of our planet. I didn't chase fame, I chased precision. And I proved, when you understand atoms deeply enough, you don't just power a car, you power a revolution.